I want to help the white person understand Black Lives Matter for dummies, okay? I want you to think about sheep in a pen. You have a mixture of white and black sheep. They're all safe. But there's one black sheep that's out of the pen. Somehow it got out. And that sheep is not safe. It is in harm's way. In my thumbnail, I happen to use a wolf. It could be anything. But in this society that we're in, it's the white man that's the wolf. That life matters because it's in danger. But what do you see? The white sheep in this country, the MAGA, what about me? All lives matter. White lives matter. Of course they do. Of course all lives matter. But you're safe. You're not in harm's way. You're not getting racially profiled. Your house isn't being redlined. You're not being called the N-word. You're not having to give the talk to your kids to what to expect when a white cop at some point pulls you over. Your son wasn't a Mount Aubrey that was chased down by 3 white guys and shot. Your great-grandparents weren't a will. But your little puny little concepts of brains can't imagine a situation where the world doesn't revolve around your caucasity. Instead of focusing on the atrocity of what happened to George Floyd, and metaphorically, how the white man has put his knee on the black man since the inception of this country, you don't care about that. You didn't protest. You stood by in your privilege and found a way to be the victim. So what you did was you ignored the 93% of peaceful protests. Millions of people in this country stood up and said, this is enough. But not you. You had to be the victim. Ooh, look at the summer of love, the 7%. Yeah, and a lot of those were white people that caused it to be agitators because you want the focus to be on you. Right? How many people get triggered by Black History Month? Why in the hell would you get triggered by Black history? See, because you don't know history, or if you did, you don't care. Did you know that 1.2 million African Americans died in the Middle Passage?
Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel and I hope you are all doing good. We have a white man who is standing in for the black people. He is sparking outrage among white supremacists after boldly standing up for black people in America. He is defending the rights of black people in America, and his powerful words calling out racism, calling out hypocrisy and white privilege have left many people in shock, especially those who believe that whites should never speak against their own. So guys, you know, this moment is setting social media on fire as people debate whether true allyship means going against your own community when they are wrong. Many of them are praising his courage, while others are calling him a race traitor. So guys, just watch the full story, the reactions and commentary as this brave man faces the wrath of his own kind for standing on the side of justice and truth. Join the discussion, guys. Do you think more white people should speak out like this? I'll be coming back with more commentaries. In case of any thoughts, kindly feel free to let me know in the comments section. Stay tuned.
That the bull sharks followed the slave boats over and actually ate the bodies? Did you know that? No, you didn't, right? Because that would offend your whiteness. Did you know that black people were put in vats of sugar and then when they didn't listen, they got whipped in addition to that? Thousands of them were put in trees while white people went to church? Did you know about that? But you don't care. That's the problem. The only piece of history you care about is the Second Amendment. You don't care about the 3/5 clause or that this country was designed for white people, or that black people weren't even citizens in the 1860s when the Supreme Court ruled. See, that's the problem. You don't want to actually see history, which is why the plantation owner, the Orange Clan leader, the convicted felon, by the way, you know, because you care so much about law and order, took away black history as Smithsonian. Why? Because your white feelings are being hurt by actual history. Why do you think they took out CRT and DEI and you worship a racist podcaster? He was a shitty human being, okay? He was. He asked for the execution of Joe Biden. He said Kamala Harris wasn't black. He said she was the black Hillary. That black people are taking white jobs, the great white replacement theory. He was a shitty human being. Over 40,000 people die every year from gun violence. They all have fucking families. So spare me your white bullshit. But they cherry picked that one because why? Because it allowed them to be the white victim. Did you see them up in arms about Ahmaud Arbery being chased by 3 white guys? No. Why? Because they want to say that white lives matter. And that's really what it's about. They're triggered by Hispanic History Month and Asian History Month. They want it to be about them. That's why they're triggered by Black History Month. It's not because it's Black history. It should be American history. It's because it doesn't allow them to be some kind of wannabe alpha, beta, toxic masculinity where he's a patriot with flags and guns and singing God Bless America and having dumbass UFC fights where they're all punching each other because I need to be a real man because that's their version of American exceptionalism. That's what this is really about. And until we come to grips with that, it's not going to matter if a Democrat or Republican is in the White House or in the Congress or the Senate, because that's what's really wrong with this country. Look at the cities, the mayors. Black, primarily. Racial profiling, people that aren't white. Stephen Miller's basically a Nazi. Says he wants 100 million people in this country, white. That's what Black Lives Matter means. And until more people that look like me say this, then we're never going to be a great country. And for those of you that still think that this was a great country, for who? What year? Huh? The Middle Passage? The Trail of Tears? Wounded Knee? Lynchings? 1,800 Asian Americans died in internment camps. Women couldn't have the right to do with their bodies, couldn't have credit, couldn't vote. This country's never been great for everybody except the white man. But even hearing that, your little puny pea brains, your concepts of brains, are breaking down. Because you've been indoctrinated by this country to say that it's the best of the best of the best of the best. And it hasn't been. Except for one demographic. Mine. Black Lives Matter. And if you don't like it, you can ship your ass back to England where you came from. One of the reasons I started making videos was to address white supremacy. I want you to watch this 2-minute clip. It's important. When he's asked if this is a racist country, listen to his reaction, and then let's talk about it.
But a question that I never see mainstream white political figures asked: do you think America's a racist country?
That's a tough one. I mean, it's a loaded question in this respect. It's an easy question, right? From your perspective, from many people's perspectives. And it should be an easy question to answer. I mean, racism persists in extraordinary ways. Institutionally, it's certainly enshrined in so many ways, and we've been trying to unpack that in deeply meaningful ways. And we're constantly dealing and battling with racism on a daily basis. And we're seeing the assault and the weaponization of race as it relates to all these anti-woke and DEI efforts coming in the Trump administration. So, yes, there are deeply racist things that are going on all across the United States of America. Do I think fundamentally in our core, and that's why it goes to a more loaded and difficult question, I think the vast, overwhelming majority of people don't believe that they're racist, and don't honestly believe that this is a racist country, and that's challenging. And how we can communicate more situational awareness.
But the reason why it's important is because we know that it is, right? Like, we know that it is. We know that the foundation of the country was racism in America is older than America. Like, my ancestors were enslaved here before the English expatriates here decided to start their own country. And our utility in America has never, ever been about our genius, about our perseverance, about our ability to achieve in the country. We've done all of that in spite of an effort on the soil where we exist to minimize us and kill us. And it seems as if we can't quite reconcile that if we don't agree that is a thing.
This is what I've been saying. The interviewer is completely right. There's too many white men in this country that don't want to have this conversation, and I'll be damned if this is the hill that I'm going to die on. If this is the purpose that I'm given in this life by God, then so be it. It doesn't matter who wins, Newsom. You are gaslighting people. You're not a stupid guy. You're not stupid. You know exactly what you're doing. You're playing political theater because you want to be president. But you're unwilling to deal with the root cause in this country, which is white supremacy. The 3/5 clause, the Trail of Tears, the Middle Passage, Jim Crow, Black Wall Street, Asian internment camps. Everybody that doesn't look like us has been shit on. And you don't even have the balls to say it because you want to win an election in a couple of years. Great. Let's say you win. Then what? Racism is still here because you decided to push it under the rug. And that's exactly why we're here as a country. This is our sin as a nation of pushing the lost cause under the carpet. We let these losers that got their asses kicked worship Robert E. Lee, a racist piece of shit, may he rot in hell, because he wanted to own black people. And we said, come on back, whatever, no consequences here, and we just let it go. And we had the perception that we were making progress since the civil rights movement, but all we did was push it back. We suppressed it. We pushed it behind a dam. And then they found their Klan leader. He wears orange makeup and diapers, who cheats on his wife, who's a rapist and a convicted felon. But he's the right type of white man because he says the racist stuff out loud. And he opened up the floodgates on the dam, and all that racism, it all flooded out. That's exactly what this is. Stephen Miller wants 100 million white people. The rapist in chief, right? Very fine people on both sides. Nick Fuentes, the white supremacist in his house. Is Barack Obama, was he born here? Asking for the execution of the Central Park Five. Not writing to black people. What do you have? The racist podcaster. Oh, Harris is Black Hillary. She's not black. Oh, the blacks are taking white jobs. Black people aren't smart enough. He's a racist piece of shit too. That's what the DEI, CRT, taking away slavery in the Smithsonian. This isn't rocket science, people. Almost all of the major cities going after are black. When they're doing the ICE raids in Chicago, what is it? It's not white people that are being woken up at 2 a.m. by Black Hawk helicopters and snatched out of their beds naked. No, it's non-white people. LA, guess what? Racially profiling who? Non-white people. That's what this is. That's what it's always been. That's how this country was designed. And we still are refusing to admit it. Mainstream media, left, right wing, they're all doing it because they want you to be angry at each other and yell and scream and rage bait. That's what get likes and views. That's exactly what Newsom's doing. I don't like Newsom at all. He went to the French Laundry while we were in a COVID shutdown and had dinner with his rich, snobby-ass friends. When Xi Jinping came over here, you know what he did? He told all the homeless people to get off the streets so he can make a photo op. Did he fix the homeless problem? No. Screw you, Newsom. You want to be a leader? Fix the damn problem. Don't do it for a video thing. And then what do? You want to go more to the right. So you have Steve Bannon, a convicted felon. Hey, bro. What's up, bro? Hey, man. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I know you voted for a rapist, but hey, come on here. Let's find common ground. You are nothing more than a cosplay politician. That's all you are. With your fancy smile and your nice cemented hair, whatever the fuck you got in your hair, God only knows. You're what's wrong with this country. You still can't admit why we're here. It's white supremacy, Newsom. Why don't you grow a sack and actually say that? And then let's have a conversation.
Guys, yes, we have another clip to watch, but let me just say that this story right here has white supremacists absolutely furious, and not because of something a black activist said, but because one of their own white man decided to take a stand for truth and justice. And even as I was scrolling through the social media, the comments there, and even some of the clips, I was not just able to put all of them here, but guys, let's just watch the remaining clips, then you will see, and let me get your reactions in the comment section. Stay tuned.
I'll be back.
Nobody's going to save you from your racism. For you white people that are still wanting to find common ground and think that the libtards are going to save you, no. You're going to suffer the consequences of your racism alone. You just want to lead because you think that you're an alpha male. You're not. You just want to run your mouth. So if you really want to change, this is what I'm going to recommend. Shut your mouth and listen for once in your lives. Stop running your mouth about the libs and Antifa and 1776 and guns. If you truly want to grow, go follow the 92%. If you're serious about it, if your little pea brains can handle it, because you're about to jump into the deep end of the pool. You're eating checkers and they're playing chess. You go follow and listen to Black Woman. You're going to be shocked by how dumb you really are. You think you're an alpha male? Nah. You're still peeling off the skin of the onion. They're down in the core. You want to go follow some of them? And then we'll have this conversation in a few months. That's how you'll change. But I don't think you have the audacity to shut your mouth. But we'll see. If you really want to change, maybe for once, you should follow and listen instead of pretending to be a leader. That's the only way you're truly going to change. And then let's come back in a few months and have this conversation to see if you've actually changed.
Yeah, we are living in this world, and in a world where racism and hate continue to divide people, one man decided to speak out boldly, defending Black Americans and calling out the centuries old systems of oppression that still affect their lives today. Yes, he said what many white people are afraid to say, that white supremacy is destroying not just Black communities, but the moral fabric of America itself. And just like that, the hate started pouring in. Yes, so white supremacists, far-right groups, and even some conservative commentators lost their minds. They called him a traitor or a sellout. Yes, and even accused him of betraying his race. Yes, all because he chose to stand for what's right instead of what's white. Hey, he decided to stand for what's right instead of what's white. Anyway, guys, that's a vibe. But let's be honest, this isn't the first time a white person speaking truth to power has shaken their own community. Every time that someone stands up against racism, the system attacks them too, because silence and complicity are how white supremacy survives. So this man dared to say that Black people deserve justice, equality, and respect. Not just words, but actions. He reminded everyone that being white doesn't mean being blind to injustice. Yes? And that hit some people deep, maybe too deep. Yes, but while the hate grew louder, something else happened. The people of this kind of mine across social media started showing this man love and respect for standing up when it wasn't easy. They called him brave. They called him honest. And someone using his privilege to amplify, or which word can I use? Yes, someone who is using his privilege to amplify the truth and not hide from it. So it's moments like this that remind us real change doesn't come from comfort. It comes from courage. And sometimes it takes someone from the inside to shake the system and say enough is enough. So, what do you think, guys? Should more white people speak up like this, even if it means going against their own community? Drop your thoughts, guys, because this conversation is just getting started. Yes, of course, all credit belongs to him, and also the people who commented. Thank you so much. Kindly give your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much. I love people like this who stand up for truth, justice, and equality in the society that we are living in today. Yes. So guys, don't forget to like the video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up. Share the video for it to get to a wider audience. And subscribe for more real talk and deep commentaries on stories that shake the system. Kindly give this video a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell, turn it on so that you don't miss on the next one, because you are people who are loved. Yes, so guys, I just want to know what you think. Kindly share this video and please support this channel more and more and more and more. The more you share the video, the more you give me likes, please. I know my camera is not clear, but because I'm just a starter, but I'm really trying. As long as you are getting my voice very much clear, yeah, I think everything is all right. And I hope this video gets more and more views. You know, if this video gets more views, the upcoming videos will also get more views. Yes, so I just hope for the best for each and everyone, for you, for your families, and even for me, my family, and I wish you well wherever you are. I just like talking about what's affecting people in the world. So there are some people who complain that you are in Africa, why are you talking about people who are in America? Yeah, it concerns me. It's the same way you are a person who is in America. If you study history, you study history of the world, the social dynamics of the world, you also study Africa. Yeah, so these people come to my comment section and say that, why are you talking about what's happening in the USA and you're in Africa? It's just a world of equality and social reforms. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Lots of love. Peace be with you. Until next time.